Winston throws, and it's intercepted. It's Josh Norman. He's going to have his second pick six of the season. On first down, Jonathan Stewart with a big hole. Ball comes out again, but the Panthers have it. It's Ed Dixon. He grabbed it in the air, and it's going to be a Panther touchdown.
How about
What's
that?
up, folks? It's another edition of the Panther Fan Talk. I'm Eric. With me, as always.
Hey, what's going on? We're improvising a little bit today. I'm in New Orleans, hanging out, so bringing.
Enemy territory.
Yep, hanging in enemy territory. But I'm bringing Eric the 6'5", live from North Carolina. Bringing him in on the airways. Just finished watching the game and got the 4-piece, 4-0.
Yep.
2-0 in the division. Hey, it's as good a start as you can expect or ever ask for. What you got?
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, you can't complain with 4-0. Overall, I thought we did pretty good, you know. I think we left some points out there to be had, but I mean, you know, anytime you beat somebody by, we beat them by like 14, I think.
Yeah, they got the garbage touchdown, but I mean, we were up so much that I honestly couldn't even remember the score. I was like, just watching, sitting back and relaxing, which isn't, you know, anything we're accustomed to here with Carolina. You home of the Cardiac Cats. You don't get much relaxation during a Panther game.
It's true.
And we tried not to today. I mean, we jumped on them early with the J-No pick six. Got the field goal after the fumble, and was up, 17-3?
Yep, 17-3.
Then we did our patent watch them come back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All of a sudden, our defense started looking a little shaky, and they started running the ball on us. And Jameis Winston started running down the field. I think he went 5 for 6 in one of the series he had. But you know, in the second half, we turned on the Jets. You know, put them behind us.
We pulled away in the second, but did you see what happened? Like, we actually started sending a blitz, even though we were up, and they torched it. But what were we doing with Colin Jones in the game instead of Boston, or even more importantly, Ben Wickery? On the drive you're talking about, Jameis 5 for 6, killing us. But Colin Jones? Who made that call?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about some of these coaches' decisions, but I don't know. The important thing is we got the win, and you know, we'll be going into the bye, and hope we'll have Luke Kuechly back next week.
Yeah. Just waiting on the neurologist on the Kuechly thing, but I'm sure we'll get into that in our bye week edition. But going back to the game, we were hoping for a big play from our new defensive end, but I didn't see it being.
Well, he got one.
I didn't see it being the other guy we picked up, Jared Allen, and the other guy nobody had heard of. Everybody knows him now, Ryan Delaire. The Voodoo Lair.
He came up huge, man. I mean, you talk about a dude having a freaking game in his first NFL game. 5 tackles, 2 sacks. I mean, I was expecting that to be Jared Allen's stat line, but man, Ryan Delaire just came out and just showed he wants to be a monster. So.
2 sacks, and that didn't even tell the story. He was all over the backfield. He was on top of Winston the entire game, harassing him. Even before the first sack, I knew, I was like, who's the Dreadlock 91? Did we re-sign Colin Cole?
I didn't know who it was either.
And then I figured it out. That kid brought it. And interesting side note, he was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer from like May through August, and they released him. Thanks, Tampa. I knew I liked him for some reason.
And I think when he watched him before, then we signed him off the Washington practice squad. Ain't that hot one?
But you know, when you're as good as the Redskins, you can just let people like that go. You know.
I know, right? They're freaking man. They must be loaded at defensive line to let that cat go, man. He just freaking came out and just balled out for us, man. That's a heck of a pickup.
Sometimes the practices and stuff don't show a player's true potential. Look how long we buried Norman on the bench.
No kidding.
Finally, he's got a chance, and once again, I know I brought it up earlier, but started the game, pick 6. Later in the game, another pick, tons of return yardage, 3 deflections, the one amazing deflection in the first half, and just a heck of a game again.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh Norman, man. I mean, right now he's the defensive player of the freaking, he's the defensive player of the NFL right now. He's the MVP. He's freaking MVP. I mean, what do you say? Yeah. He had a pick 6 again today. Most of the part shut down Mike Evans. I mean, he barely had his name called. Vincent Jackson had a pretty good game, but I mean, other than that.
It looked like he was on Evans. They started out in zone. He got to pick 6. Then he went across the field with Evans, even after Rondé Barber said he wasn't following anyone.
Yeah.
Jackson caught a pass, and then it was like they instantly put him on Jackson, or maybe when he went across the field with Evans, it was actually a different defense. But he was on Jackson. Jackson was fairly successful at times, but the touchdown, the big pass down the sideline, neither one of those were, Norman was already out of the game at that point.
Yeah.
So all in all, I mean, 2 picks, a touchdown, 3 deflections. The kid's just balling out. He's unbelievable at this point. But
yeah, he's killing it, man.
I see the quarterback drop back to pass, and I just hope they throw it Norman's way.
Yeah, I think he's MVP right now. He's for sure like the top 1 or 2 cornerbacks in the league right now. The way he's playing.
Yeah, I think he's Defensive Player of the Year. And speaking of MVP, Cam once again with a lackluster wide receiving core. J. Stu Broad again actually had the 2 catches, 19 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But I saw your tweet about Philly Brown. I thought the same thing as soon as I saw it. That little lob pass, he's 5 yards away. You could just see Cam like, here, buddy, please catch this one.
Yeah,
just tosses it out.
It's like you threw it to like a 7-year-old. Okay, catch it.
But just making it happen. Like, he's been ultra accurate lately. He's of course got the running game. He's deadly there, though he needs to start getting rid of the ball. Like, if it's a sweep, or outside run on a read or whatever, and he's got people on him, Cam, you're still allowed to throw the ball away. You're still the quarterback. You don't have to eat the 7-yard loss.
Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I guess when he got in his head he was a runner, like that was why he's going to be on that play. But, yeah. I mean, he really does stuff like that. See, give him a pass on that one. But also, man, speaking of Cam, anytime you can make Ted Ginn look like a regular wide receiver, man, you're freaking killing it. So.
Yeah, I was disappointed we didn't have more Funchess, but then he gets the pass thrown to him in the end zone, and he jumped. I don't know why he jumped, and the ball was thrown no one behind him. So I don't know what happened with that, but yeah, Cam's still playing great. Anything else you take away from the game?
No, not really. Our defense had 4 takeaways, 4 picks, and a fumble. I think we had 5
takeaways, yeah.
Offensive line,
yeah,
played pretty good for the most part. Cam Payne actually had a couple of carries. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought he looked good when he got in the game. I mean, it was late; they were worn down, but I like the way he runs. I like the way he actually attacks the hole. If there's people in the way, he still goes toward it. He don't stop and look around, and do whatever it is that Jonathan Stewart does and has done forever. But that's another story.
Yeah, also, one more thing. Man, just freaking kick the ball out of the freaking end zone for the love of God. No more squib kicks. No more freaking, just freaking kick it out of the end zone. Just let it be a touchback.
I would love to know if that's coming. I'd love to know if that's coming from the coaching staff. But we'll never know. Going with the coaching staff, though, I felt like we got out-coached in the first half. Yeah. But I did feel like our adjustments were solid, and we played a much better second half. I felt like a lot of that was coaching.
I agree.
Shula, I mean, we've had one bad game of play calling by Shula, in my opinion, but the others have been really good. I felt like this was another good example, especially late in the game when he could have sat on the lead, would have traditionally sat on the lead, but came out and fired a couple downfield, moved the chains, got us down there in field goal range. So I was happy to see that.
Yeah, the red zone play calls have been still like a little iffy, but for the most part, Shula's been doing pretty good, I think. So, or decent. I don't know, but pretty good.
So, game balls?
I guess it's got to be Josh Norman again, right? And honorable mentions to the new guy, Ron Delaire.
Ryan Delaire defensively played, outstanding, but when you got a guy on your team that's got 2 picks, 3 deflections, and a touchdown, it's kind of hard to beat him on the defensive player of the game. But yeah, heck of a performance again by Delaire. And offensively, for me, right back to what we said in our preview show. Game balls, Cam and Josh Norman. So Cam, another great performance, and the stats don't tell the story. But I mean, just controlling the game, controlling the tempo, making plays when they need to be made. He's playing. He's bringing it.
Yeah, Cam's been making some really great decisions, man. He don't throw no more stupid double coverage passes, especially in this game he didn't. And then, well, he had that one pass.
Yeah, he had the one really bad one to, can't think of their linebacker's name, Devontae Davis. Who's usually, he's a really good player. He's had a down season, I guess, apparently, but yeah, Cam got away with that one clearly. And the other big play, I forgot about Jonathan Stewart. His great moment, fumbling after the 10-yard gain, and
oh yeah.
And Ed Dixon, great play by
Ed Dixon, man.
Yeah, great play by Dixon, snatching it with one hand, keeping control, taking it to the house. But again, made a great block, took out the 2 guys trailing that really sprung it. So heads up play by both those guys. Chase 2 hands when you're in traffic.
Yeah, especially when it's raining, man. Come on.
Jeez. So that's it. We'll see you back here next week, or maybe Thursday, maybe this weekend. Not exactly sure because of the bye week. But keep an eye on us right here, YouTube at Panther Fan Talk, Twitter at Panther Fan Talk, and also
Eric65 on Twitter, man.
So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back in the bye week. Seattle, we're coming for you. 5-0, just like the Super Bowl season.
Yeah. If we beat Seattle, man, we'll be sitting pretty good.
So that's it. Keep pounding.
Yep. Let's go. 4-0.